between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, Murphy. Open man, it's Preston Williams. Williams loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Rams 0. Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Give them maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular.
And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. And all the way zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Cam Akers, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Here's Murphy throwing on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yards that they needed. And they really want him to be that guy. And that's what they're doing really in this game.
So that'll back him up 5. To throw is Murphy. Off play action. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A huge play that time for the Rams. 53 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. 4 yards. That gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
A gain of 4 yards. It's 4th and goal.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 5-yard line.
Now a run with Akers. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, They've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 32-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 43 yards.
First down, Seahawks.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. The throw complete to Cam Akers. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. A screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Seibert on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, Rams 7. Austin Seibert.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. In fact,
and that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The play
looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
They can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position. possession means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6.
Back to throw. Murphy. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
4-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That'll hook up downfield on second down. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Murphy. He hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
At the 23-yard line.
From the gun, Murphy. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not much there, only a yard. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Murphy dancing to his left. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. He completes this to Sutton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run on first down. Akers shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop the throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Again, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach reach the 8-yard line before going out. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Courtland Sutton, his first touchdown on the year. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score is Seahawks 42, Rams 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
36 yards on the play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Blocked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And a great return as he's out close to the 40-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Powers ahead at the 45. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Throw here right side. He holds it in. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out. Out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they want.
That is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Murphy on 3rd down. And this is caught by Walkers. And look at this. Big gain. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Murphy now, operating from the gun. He'll get that complete to his tight end Connect. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a gain of 8.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They take him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Now Murphy on 1st and 10. Open man is Connect, the tight end. Oh, give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
At the Seahawks' 19-yard line.
Here's Murphy looking to throw on 2nd down. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And it's for pride now, but the Rams do get a bit closer.
The kick
And it's up and good.
makes the score Seahawks 48, Rams 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Oh, he shifts past him. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
when you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Murphy. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time.
Singletary loses it. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Seahawks will get the football back in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 33 and a 1st.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll look to run with Akers. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Dances by him. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Hit by Antoine Winfield Jr. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Operating from the gun. Murphy. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Murphy. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw is Murphy. To throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. And my goodness, another interception. It's Winfield Jr. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.